talking about the Vikings here. The Vikings.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. And it's gone. It is bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalt, and Fratty. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
What a Phillies win. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another 302 Birds Phillies postgame show. I'm Dalton, joined by Fratty here. And as you guys can see by the smiles on our faces, the Phillies are showing New York who's really boss. Why don't you say, Fratty?
Yeah. I'll say, my gosh, what has happened this weekend? I am actually sort of surprised. I mean, I did not expect us to embarrass New York two times, scoring 21 runs in 2 games.
Woo.
And now 21 runs in 2 games. And to the fan, I just want to call out a fan. I should wait till the end to do this, but I'm just going to do it now.
Do it.
Because I want to get on other things. To the fan that says, to the Yankees fan I know from South Philly, who says that baseball is meaningless in the end of July, when I said Phillies versus Yankees in a private message, I won't say who it is, but to that person who said that, you just made a fool of yourself because you've just kept quiet, and that's all. That's all I have to say about this anonymous person. So
get ready. Fratty's got enemies, and they're not the kind of good ones you want to have. We got some baseball rivalries going on. I'm just realizing I got the Eagles post-game show thing on. Now I got the Phillies. I got the right one, but it's all the same page, all under the same umbrella. But the Philadelphia Phillies go out and secure another series W against one of the best teams, I think, in the MLB. I guess that they are the defending AL champs, is it, Fratty?
Yeah, the AL champs. Of course, they lost to the Dodgers, who I currently have on right now in the World Series.
Well, there you go. But they beat down the defending AL champs with a win of 9-4 today. Ranger Suárez, I thought, looked good. I think he had 8 strikeouts through 5 innings pitched. And then Bryce Harper had that 425-foot bomb into right center field, letting Marcus Stroman know he messed up bad. So the offense looked pretty good all night. I think I saw, shout out to Gavin Sweeney. He had a great article. If you guys haven't, Lebco Sports, Philly Sports Reports, go check out Gavin Sweeney. I think in his thing it said 13 hits tonight for the offense. So the boys are humming. They're looking pretty good. And that's definitely what you want to see from this baseball team. Series win after series win after series win. Like, I feel like the Phillies are finally starting to roll and get into a good place as we're hitting that pivotal time in baseball. What do you think, Frat?
I really, as we get closer to the end of July now, it's starting to become a little bit more clear to me that this Phillies team there's no way that this Phillies team is going to miss the playoffs this year. Think about it. We are, after win number 60 today. You mean to tell me that we're missing Red October? We are, just by winning games and winning series, every series we win, every game we win, we are a win closer to Red October. And people need to realize this, that you can't, if you don't win, to the naysayers who are negative fans out there that want us to lose, saying the season's over, this and that. You can't expect to go to Red October if you don't win regular season games. So, I mean, I get that baseball's a long season. I get that, but you can't, in order to have Red October, in order to have a championship possible, you have to win as many regular season games as possible, or as many regular season games enough to get into the big dance. So that's what people have to understand here.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. You're right. Sorry, I was muted, didn't realize it. But it is a very important time, too, for the Phillies. People don't realize you're right. Every win that they're winning, they're chipping away slowly, getting closer to that most important time in baseball. So I do think that the Phillies are going to be in a better place this year. And this is the time that I want to see them start to click. I really don't care where they finish. I care where they finish at the end of the year. Like, I don't care where they finish at the end of the regular season. I care where they finish at the end of the World Series. That's where I care. But Ranger Suárez today, absolutely locking in. I think, yeah, like I said, 8 strikeouts through 5.4 innings pitched. He looked efficient. He looked confident. What would you say about his performance, Fratty?
Oh man, he looked good today. I know the heat was getting to him, but he had one of those Ranger like starts. I know he allowed 1 run and all, but I gotta say one thing. You mean to tell me? Come Red October, this man is going to be our third guy? Third guy. And he went in there. He pitched, I think it was almost 6 innings. He went in there. He pitched almost 6 innings. He only allowed 1 run despite all that. And you mean to tell me that you have 2 guys ahead of him, and with the offense, and if the offense can hit like this, you mean to tell me that this Phillies team has a shot to actually do something and do something special? And I mean to say that we are going to do something special. I've been saying it all along. And yeah, I think the other day, was it Thursday? Shout out to one real quick before we move on to the next topic. I would want to give a shout out to Sam Nelson. I sent him a Cinderella gift the other day. The Phillies won. The Phillies have been on fire ever since I sent him that Cinderella gift, and ever since I made that post on Facebook about us wanting to win. Something special is brewing. I'm telling you, with everything. Dalton. Dalton, you there?
Well, yeah, I am. Sorry. I'm just doing 30 things at once, and I'm trying to share to get some more people in here. If you guys can, please share, like, all those little things really mean a ton. Trying to get some more people in here. I know we only got 16 in here, but let's get some more people. Point is, Fratty, what you did had some good luck, man. You're bringing the Phillies back, sending that GIF to Sam Nelson. And shout out to Sam Nelson. If you guys don't know him, give him a follow from 609 Sports Talk. Love that dude. Love what he's building. And if you're from New Jersey, South Jersey, anywhere in New Jersey, you got to give him a follow, because what he's building over there is a ton of fun, and I'm a big fan of it myself. Monday nights, check him out. But Schwarbombs left and right. It feels like this guy knows that it's time to get paid. Last night, he had 2 of them, and then today he had that clutch double like Fratty was talking about before the show. I definitely think that Kyle Schwarber needs to stay on this team. I was talking about it a little bit on Sippin' Sports today with Broad, that Broad honestly made a good point. He said, I think it's fair to say in the past 2 years, Schwarber has more of an impact than Harper since the last World Series, we were saying. And I don't think that that's not fair to say, because Schwarber always rises to the occasion, is what Ryan was alluding to. And the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, you know what? He's right. He's definitely got a point. Kyle Schwarber definitely rises to the occasion. And he's done that time in, time out. And I think now the Phillies team needs to understand that if they don't bring him back, bad things are going to happen. Unless you go out and magically can win a World Series this year, which maybe you can. But unless you do that and you get out what you need to get out of him, you are going to regret letting Kyle Schwarber walk. Because I don't care about his age. I don't care about money. The way that this guy's playing is better than Bryce Harper, in me and Ryan's opinion of what we were saying today on the show. And it's no disrespect to Bryce. It's just Kyle rises to the occasion. It's in his blood.
Yeah. Before I get to my little point, just want to say it. Ever since that All-Star game home run derby that he won. He won the MVP. He's been on fire. He's took it. He is took it to an absolute another level since since that moment. Um, it pretty much fueled energy into him. But to get to my point about the whole contract situation, whether he should, the Phillies should resign him. I mean, let's be real now. Come on now. Are we even fooling ourselves? The Phillies must re-sign Kyle Schwarber. I don't care, regardless of what we do, regardless if we win the World Series, regardless if we lose in the round before, the round before that, or round before that. I'll tell you what. If they don't re-sign Kyle Schwarber, this franchise might be in deep hot water because he brings so much energy. He's a team leader. He brings a spark to the Philadelphia Phillies clubhouse. And one thing I'll say is he's got to make the bucks. He's got to make the money, and I think the Phillies will sign him to two. He's gonna sign to over 200. I'm predicting this. He will sign at least a 6 or 7 year deal next year. It's going to happen. He is going to be a Philadelphia Philly for close to 300 million. I'm going to guess, maybe over that. And if we don't re-sign him, like I just mentioned a second ago, I'd say it would be very un-Philadelphia, very un-Philadelphian if that happens. So, Phillies, Dave Dombrowski and John Milton, wake up, please. Know that you have to re-sign this man, but worry about that, of course, when the time comes after this season. So,
I agree with you. I think that they got to sign him, and if they don't sign him back, they're going to regret it. But do you think that they're going to sign Kyle Schwarber to a 6-year deal, like you're saying, like this year, or?
yes, I think you got to get it done sooner rather than later. Don't sign him just 2 years.
True.
I know people will say, and I'm one that I don't like stupid contracts because it didn't work out with Carson Wentz or Ben Simmons, but that's two other sports we're talking about. But I'll say this: that Kyle Schwarber, I think he's like 32 years old. I mean, signing him to 6 years wouldn't be a bad idea anyway. You know what? Because he wants to. I think he looks like he wants to be a Philadelphia Philly for the rest of his career. He doesn't want to. I don't think he wants to play for another team, regardless. So
I would 150,000% agree with that statement. You can see in his eyes that he's at a point in his career and in his age where moving to a different city, getting your kids to change schools, getting your, family just established in a new community, it's a lot. It really is. I get it. Well, I don't get it, but I get that aspect of it. I hear what he's saying. So I think that at the end of the day, Kyle Schwarber has so much potential with the Phillies because they understand that he kind of controls the cards. Like, he can kind of set the tone of what he wants to get paid here. And that's a beautiful thing. And every game that he goes out that he has, like last night or like today, where he just does his job and he does it exceptionally well, that price tag just keeps going up and up and up. I don't know that I would do the 6-year deal. I like the idea of it, Fratty. I would probably say if I was the Phillies, maybe a 4-year deal is what I would do, max. But they need to make some kind of a move because I don't know that this guy's enough. We'll talk about him here in a second. Hopefully I'm wrong. But let's talk about Bryce Harper before we'll get into Brewer Hicklen here in a second. But Bryce Harper, man, home run today. Looks back to his old Bryce Harper form. I'm excited to see it. I think that Bryce Harper is about to go on a tangent throughout August. What do you think, Fratty? What's your opinion on Bryce Harper?
I think he is. I think he's looking like his old self. I haven't seen him. I would say I haven't seen him look this good. I think since. And he was pretty good. I haven't seen him look this good since the 2022 season. He looks like the Bedlam at the bank. The Bedlam at the bank year where he hit that home run in the late innings to send us to the World Series. I haven't seen him look that good in 3 years. The way he's played, the stretch of baseball he's played, I think is one of the best few stretches I've seen in 3 years. And I'll tell you what, I'm really excited about what the rest of the season is going to bring, and I think Bryce Harper is going to play a big part, and I think this offense isn't going to go as quiet as you saw in most of the games last season in the postseason. So, uh, I'm really interested to see what's going to happen here. So yeah, that's all I have. I really don't have much complaints about Bryce right now.
Yeah, I feel like since we've returned from the All-Star break, he's been back to his Bryce Harper form that we know he should be. Like, he is crushing these balls. That home run that he had today, he crushed that 425-foot bomb. So, I think he's kind of found like a confidence level. He's found a level of health that he's comfortable with too. And it's all balance. Like, going out there and hitting that baseball is not an easy thing to do. So you got to be in the right mindset, number one. But number two, you also got to get lucky. And I think he's kind of going to find that stride of where he kind of carries in through August. And he's going to be that 2022 Bryce Harper that we knew. Bryce Harper's great throughout the whole year. Don't get me wrong. He gives us moments. But there are certain times when I feel like he knows he's got to lock in. And he certainly locks in. And I think it's about to happen right now before our eyes. But, Friday, let me ask you a question. You know more about this guy than me. Philadelphia Phillies go ahead and make a trade for an outfielder today, I believe, in Brewer Hicklen. How are you feeling about this trade, Friday? Is this a good move by Dombrowski?
So let me get into a little. I'm gonna get in a little play a little stats into this guy that I actually studied. This guy has, I think, 12 career at bats. If I'm correct, he's played for 3 different teams. I think he's played for Kansas City, Milwaukee, and then this year he played 1 game with the Detroit Tigers, and he got 2 hits in that 1 game. It's small world. His former team that he just played for earlier this year, we played him starting next Friday. Which is an absolute small world to me. Should be a small world to all of us Phillies fans, because you mean to tell me a guy that has potential, who's not given a chance, got 2 hits in his only game this year, and wasn't given much of a chance after that? Who knows what that guy would have done if he played more games? That's what I'm saying. So the Phillies set up themselves up really good to give us more peace, depth, but he's going to start in the minors for right now. But my thing, guys, and I'll tell you what, my thing, the Phillies made a smart move doing this, because you do not know what's going to happen with Castellanos, Rojas, and Marsh going into the 2026 season, because sometimes you can't keep everybody together. And I think the Phillies wanted to add this piece because they want to see, they might want to get this guy's feet wet when it comes to just in case if guys don't stay healthy, or if we let go a couple guys, they might want him to get his feet wet in spring training next year. So if he doesn't get much of a chance this year, let him show off in spring training. Let him show off, see what he can do in Double-A with us, or Triple-A, whatever. And I'm interested to see how this guy plays out, because I think he might have some potential here in Philadelphia.
Hopefully he does, because this team needs it. They need a little bit of change of personality. They need somebody that can come in and, make a change. Hopefully he can do just that. I know you know more about baseball than me, so I'll kind of let you cover it. But great to see. When do you think it will be the first game that he'll probably play as a Philly? How long do you think this usually takes for these guys to adjust and get in the lineup? Game or two?
I know it may not be the game we're supposed to go to versus former team on August 1st. It may not be that game. It might be a few weeks, I'm thinking, because It could be sooner, it could be in a couple days because we have a couple of injuries. Because Sosa got banged up, Castellanos, you don't know Cisorni, you don't know what's going to happen there with him. Um, if they're going to have to be precautionary, and I know they arrested him today, but he might play tomorrow. But still, that's something that Rob Thompson's taking seriously. Because just think about it, Castellanos and Bohm both didn't play today. Both we were missing two of our key players, and we still won by a good margin. So, and other guys stepped up to the plate. So, I mean, it could be as soon as a couple days to a couple weeks. It could be against versus former team. Who knows? But we'll see.
Get ready. And how much of an impact do you think that he'll have on this team? Do you think that he'll have a postseason impact for this team? Just looking at this trade from the outside in, if we go back to this film, hopefully down the road, do you think that Brewer Hicklen will have a good impact on this Phillies team, kind of the same way that Brandon Marsh did in the 2022 playoffs?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say that this guy they might be looking at it at a broader aspect for next year. Because think about it, Dalton. We got we even though Auto Kemp plays a little bit of outfield, we got Auto Kemp. Castillo and Bohm will come back healthy. We got Rojas. We got so much pieces on this team. But I do like the consideration of this guy. But I just think uh, unless something happens with Max Kepler or any other guy, something I don't want to wish anything on those guys, but unless something unless we let go of Kepler or whatever happens, we have to see. It's really, to be honest, it's boggling my mind right now with Brewer Hicklen because I just don't know. But he has potential to possibly get a little bit of playing time this year, and I'll leave it at that, Dalton.
I hear you. Well, great answer. Thank you, Friday. I appreciate you giving us kind of a idea of what this trade may look like for the Phillies. And moving along now to our last segment, everybody's favorite segment of the night. Certainly my favorite. Let's go ahead and kick it to Fratty's Corner.
Yo, Fratty, give him the business. Only in South Philly. Only at Fratty's Corner. It's Fratty's Corner.
Well, I guess the Phillies won again today. They win the series. Wheeler on the mound tomorrow. But before we close out, I just want to briefly get into the standings update and tell you guys what's ahead. What's the name? The Mets are on fire right now. They've won 4 games in a row, including an 8-1 win against the Giants. But think about on the broader aspect, Dalton, may not be a bad thing because the Giants were outside looking in on a playoff spot anyway. So it was a win-win situation for the Mets to beat them anyway. So even though we're battling for the division, it don't really matter because the Phillies are on fire too. So looking at that aspect of it, the Mets, it kind of benefited us that the Mets beat them, even though we hate the Mets. So it kind of pushes the Giants. If the Mets keep beating the Giants too, if they keep beating the Giants, because the Mets have to play the Giants, I think, 5 or 6 more times in the next not even 10 days. So they could possibly bury, if they beat up the Giants, which I hate to say, they could possibly bury the Giants in the standings. And in regards to what's ahead, we got one more with the Yankees with Wheeler and Rodon pitching. We got 3 games against the White Sox coming up, who have been playing better baseball lately. And then we got the game against the Detroit Tigers, which hopefully we're supposed to make an appearance at. Once again, I know I said this already, and we got the O's coming up too. And we're 11-3 against the AL East. We won a series. No, we won a series except for that one series in Toronto. We've won the season series against every AL team from the East this year. Blue Jays, Rays, Yankees, and Red Sox. And I think we'll probably do the same thing to the O's because they're not that good either. So we'll probably either take 2 or 3 or sweep them. So which, believe it or not, Dalton, I think I want everybody to know the start of that series is on my mom's B-Day, August 4th to August 6th.
Well, happy birthday to Mama Fratty. Thank you for raising such a great man. And James, we're blessed to have him on the show. We love having you on here, James. So happy birthday to her. And get ready, man, because before you know it, I guess Friday this week, when I believe you, me, and KJ will be going down to the ballpark together and having some fun. So stay tuned for that. We're going to be getting some content out, probably doing some interviews. Maybe we'll try to tailgate a little bit earlier. Should be a good day. But that's all we got for you guys tonight. The Philadelphia Phillies go ahead and take the win 9-4. And it's a very exciting time. Like I said, I mean, the Phillies stayed red hot today. They took down the Yankees, winning 9-4, locking up another series W. Ranger Suárez bounced back big time, striking out 8 and showing them why we call him Ranger Danger. And Bryce Harper launched a 425-foot bomb. Don't forget about Edmundo Sosa, too, who had that 2-run home run. He looked pretty good. And then on top of all of it, Schwarber put the nail in the coffin with the 2-run RBI late in the 7th. Nick Castellanos sat this one out with a sore knee. And then I know Judge was out too. So we'll see how that all plays out. But one more game, another series W is the most important thing for the Phillies right now. They're clicking along. They're getting these wins, and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. So take it series by series. My dad always used to say, you can't eat an elephant in one bite. And I think that that very much applies here. If they can figure out ways to cut this thing up and take it in pieces, it's going to be a very, very bright September, October, and November for us Philadelphia Phillies fans. Fratty, I appreciate you for joining me, man. Thank you for being on here and bringing that knowledge and those stats. We appreciate you as always. And Fratty and I will be back tomorrow, or somebody will be here to cover the series for you. One more thing. Hey, Mikey D, how's that L taste, buddy? Let's go Phillies.
The Vikings.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone! And it's gone! It is Bedlam at the bank!
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalt.